I would love to go back home.
What's keeping you from moving back?
The politics. Yeah.
Makes you nervous.
With good reason.
This show is for entertainment only. We are not professionals, and nothing said here counts as real advice. Beyond this point, what you do with the information we discuss is solely your responsibility. Please do your own research before making decisions based on anything mentioned in our chats.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the group chat. I'm Carson.
I'm Brandon.
And today we're joined by my friend JC, who's
Hi,
also an
everybody.
expat.
What's going on, JC?
How you
Just
doing, man?
just an expat in a different country.
Yes.
No.
Yes. But you've been an expat in many countries. I don't even know how many at this point.
Poland is my seventh
Seven.
overall. Yeah.
7. So
I'm
can you
not
tell
one-
us like how this all started? Like what gave you this overwhelming desire to travel the world indefinitely?
Well, after I finished high school, my dad told me, "Well, son, you've got a choice. Either you go to the army, or you go to Europe." So I'm like, I'll go to Europe.
That's a pretty easy choice.
But the last thing my dad told me when they said goodbye at the airport, I was on my way to England. England was my first foreign country.
From where? I mean, I
Huh?
don't think anybody knows where you're from.
Oh, South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa.
South Africa.
South Africa. Anyway, so the last thing my dad told me at the airport was, "See you in 2 weeks." He thought I wasn't going to make it. And you know what? It was almost 2 weeks when my money ran out, and I.
It's well
And I
calculated.
and I needed to find a job really fast. So the first job that I got was at a live-in hotel position as a waiter in a small hotel in Loch Leven in Scotland. Incidentally, the lake is famous because Mary, Queen of Scots, was imprisoned on a little castle in the lake, in the
Okay.
loch.
Wow.
Anyway, so I was there for a couple of weeks. I didn't take to waitering at first.
No.
But I think the biggest problem was I had no idea what those people were saying.
I was gonna say
That's what I was going to ask. How's the accent?
People think Scottish people sound like Sean Connery. They don't. No. I had there's an Australian guy who also worked at this hotel, and I always remember one guy came up to me. He's like, "Fancy a fag?" And I'm like, "Excuse me, what?" So the Australian guy starts laughing. He's like, "Dude, he's asking if you want to go have a cigarette." Oh, okay.
So that's where you picked that up.
Yes, that's where I picked that up. No, so it's that was the first time that I really experienced sort of a cultural, or like a culture shock, because I was sitting around a table with all of these people, and they might as well have been speaking Greek. I had no idea what anybody was saying. Everybody always had to speak really slow. So I think I was more of an annoyance than anything. But yeah, I got really sick after about 2 weeks. I don't know what was wrong. And then I had to go to Birmingham and to the exotic disease unit, because my parents phoned, and it was a couple of weeks before I left for England. I went on safari with my mum and my uncle and my cousin and stuff, and the Kruger National Park, where they still have malaria. You have to have take these pills and stuff, but I didn't, because we were only there for I think like a long weekend or something.
Mhm.
And my cousin went to the hospital with malaria, so my parents were very concerned that I might actually have the disease, because malaria only shows up, I think, if you have a headache, and then they draw blood, then they can pick up the virus. Otherwise, it's dormant. I think.
Wow.
I would like fact check me on this.
Yeah. And we have a
but anyways,
disclaimer at the beginning of the show. So.
you do, okay.
Don't
You're
worry,
good. You're good. You're good.
Please fact check everything what our guests say. All right. Anyway, so yeah, that was the start of my trip.
Interesting. So you came back after 2 weeks. You went back to South Africa after 2 weeks.
No.
Where'd you go next?
I had to go to the exotic
To
disease
England.
in Birmingham in England.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I stayed with my uncle and my aunt and my cousins in Solihull. Solihull is a small sort of town close. Well, it's not a small town really, but it's a nice town outside Birmingham, which is in the Midlands. It's in the middle of England. So I stayed with them for a little bit, and then I got a job. Oh, I don't know how and how much detail you want me to go into.
No, whatever you want, man. I think it's just interesting that you've lived in so many places. So I think just kind of like what led you to the next place? Like why leave? Where to next? What was your
worked
process?
out that after I finished school and I first left my house, I've lived in 34 locations.
Wow.
In my life, like move my stuff from place to place. I mean, here in Warsaw, I've lived in 4 different apartments, and I've only lived here for 3.5 years. I move around a lot for some reason, which is probably why I don't own much, because every time I move, I get rid of all the stuff, so I don't have to trek it along with me.
That's good. That makes you like it's not possible to be efficient and not materialistic. So
I'm not. I actually I feel like I own too much now. Like next time I move, I'm gonna have to get rid of all this stuff that I've surrounded myself with the last couple of years. So, and I don't like that. But I also don't want to pay storage. I want to like put it somewhere in storage and I forget about it.
It's an extra bill, and then
But after the UK, I've moved around. I moved around in the UK a couple more times, and then I wasn't quite ready to go back to South Africa yet. So I saw this ad in the newspaper for camp counselors in the US. So I applied and went to the US. I was a camp counselor in Maine. About probably around an hour's drive from Portland, Maine, in the woods. Absolutely fantastic experience. Loved it.
Yeah, awesome.
That was in 2000. And then after that, I went back to South Africa. I lived with my dad for a little bit. And then went back to the US. I did that same program again. Worked for the company that does the placements and stuff. And this was 2001, and I left the US on the 9th of September from Boston Logan Airport 2 days before September the 11th. From that same
remember.
So I'll always remember going back home, and I just got to my grandmother's in Pretoria, and I was heavily jet lagged. So I was like sleeping, and I'll always remember my grand bursting into the room. She's like, "Come have a look! Come look! America's on fire!" I'm like, "What?" And this was just when the first plane hit the Twin Towers. So nobody really knew what it was. Everybody was just speculating. It's like, was it a malfunction? Was there some kind of navigational error? And then just then, I think I was probably sitting watching the news, CNN or something, for about an hour or maybe less. I don't know how long between but then the second plane hit. And everybody, because I know my grandmother and I think some of my cousins we were all there just watching TV. And everybody just went quiet because now everyone knew this was not an accident.
It's an attack.
Yeah. So I'll always remember that specific
never forget.
time. Everybody knows everybody can remember where they were when those planes hit, because it meant something, right? It meant not just for the US. I think for most people around the world,
for everyone.
it means something. Obviously, more so for the US and for Americans in general. But I think the world sort of took a breath, like, wow, this really happened. This is going to lead to something. And I think a lot of what we're going through today still in the world is a cause or is an after effect of that day.
Totally.
Definitely.
On some level. But anyway, so I went back. Then I started studying. I studied a multimedia course. I got my first job in Joburg, started my career, blah, blah, blah. And then I got a little restless. I lived in Johannesburg at the time. And I really wanted to move again. I wanted to travel. And then I just, for shits and giggles, I put my CV out on some international job listings and stuff. Or I applied it to some agencies. And then that very next Monday, I got a call from an agent in London, and he's like, listen, I've got this multimedia position for you in Malta. I'm like, Malta is in Mediterranean, small little island south of Italy, Malta. And they're like, yeah, that's the very same. Would you be interested? And I'm like, are you kidding? Would you be interested in a high-paying job in the Mediterranean on a party island? Yeah.
Absolutely. Signed me up yesterday.
So I moved to
I'm on my
Malta.
way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had to go for a couple of interviews, and I always remember my boss, the woman that I would then work for. One of the questions during the interview was, she asked me, "Are you intimidated by women in authority?" I'm like, what?
You said yes, of course. Who isn't?
No, I said, well, I come from a family with very strong women. Like my grandmother's like the matriarch of the family, so I'm okay with taking orders from women. And she's like, all right, good answer.
See you on Monday.
Well, luckily I didn't have to lie because it's true. Like I still I was very close with my grandmother, but she was a force of nature. She's
cool.
She, in her own words, I'm the best person in the world. Just don't mess with me, right? So she's that kind of person. But anyway, so I moved to Malta. I lived in Malta for a while. Absolutely loved it. Went to Italy quite a few times.
Yeah, it's a hop, skip, and a jump, right?
Yeah. It's very, very easy to go. I traveled around a lot. I went to Germany a couple of times during my stay in Malta. But Malta eventually, like the summer was just excruciating. And I had no air conditioning. And there was constant dust storms flying, like that went over the sea from Africa, from the Sahara. So it's always dust, really hot. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so I didn't last for more than like a year and a half. I had very good time there, but I thought it was just a little bit. The heat was just getting to me after a while.
Yeah, you don't like hot climates. You don't do well with hot climates, right? That's kind of what happened in Spain as well.
Funnily enough, most of the places that I choose to go to is just very hot. I think the hottest place that I've been to, well, Murcia is pretty hot, but I think the hottest place or the hottest day in my life was me and this friend of mine. We went to. This was when I was living in China. This was years later. I went back to South Africa. I started a career. I was multimedia, and then went into development, and then studied software engineering, and just sort of was very much involved in the gaming industry. But anyway, so I went to to China. This was when I gave up my career of 13, 14 years, sold my house and my car and my furniture and everything, and did a English teaching course. I did a TESOL course,
Yep.
and went
I
to
did
China.
TEFL.
Yeah,
China.
and I had a fantastic time in China. I think it's one of the most fascinating places that I've ever been to, and I don't think you'd be hard pressed to find a more generous population. Like the Chinese people are just absolutely beautiful, beautiful people. So I had a very, very good time in China. But like to my point, and this friend of mine, we went to Beijing, and we were walking from, I think it was the Sun Temple or something. And we walked across this bridge, but it's this concrete bridge, but it's concrete everywhere. All right. And the sun is this white stone. So the sun was just beating down from above and it was reflected back. It was almost hotter from the bottom than it is from the top. And
Wow.
we're walking across this bridge, but the bridge just wouldn't end. It was like we're on a roller coaster, not a roller coaster, like a treadmill, sorry. And it's just,
keeps
it kept on
going.
going. The more we walk, the less we get to where we want to go to. And we both almost collapsed on the other side of the bridge. We found a tree and we both just collapsed. That was probably the hottest time or the hottest day in my life.
Did you
I
remember
was
the
complete.
temperature? You remember what the temperature was, or was it more just like the sun and the heat
It was
combined?
hot.
And
It was. I think it was more like the sun and the humidity, because China, believe it or not, even though China's quite far north, but China is excruciatingly hot. The humidity there is beyond belief. I'm
I have no
like the
idea.
environmentalists are not gonna like it, but I never turned my AC off in my room in China because I didn't pay for the electricity, and I.
That's very American of you.
Dude, my room was freezing.
I
All right,
bet.
like I kept it so low. Like you step into my room, and yeah, I always remember the backside my where my porch was. There was always a puddle of water by my
From the air conditioner.
sliding door. Yeah, because I never turned it off. But yeah, so after China, I had to go back home. My mum was getting much worse, so my sister and I decided that I should be the one to go home and look after her. And then after my mum passed away, I sort of felt like I wanted to go back to Europe. I was tempted to go back to China because I could actually see myself living in China. China's a wonderful place. But I thought I wanted to move closer to like my sister, and she's in England. So initially, I applied for jobs in Russia, but my sister kind of convinced me that there's a lot more connections between England and Spain, because I got a job in St. Petersburg and I got the job in Murcia through Conversa Spain.
You got the two jobs at once.
It convinced me to go to Spain instead. So that's what I did, and
Probably a
I
good
met
decision.
Carlson, and yeah, we had a good time. I had some good roommates, some questionable ones as well.
Yeah.
That always happens.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. That's true.
But they kept it interesting. Although apparently one of them wants me dead. I didn't.
Oh, have they expressed such finite
Yeah,
terms?
they flew home with Emma once, and Emma told me that no, this guy's not forgiven me for not inviting him to the Christmas party or something.
Wow.
Okay.
Serious.
Christmas
And
party.
It's just
It's a big
because
deal. A big deal.
Oh,
yeah, everyone else said they will not come to the party if he's there because he's just messed his relationships up with absolutely everybody. So everybody is like if he's going to be there, I'm not coming. So of course he's not going to be there, and he didn't get that anyway. So apparently that's my fault.
Of course.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
Yeah. If he ever sees this, well,
Sorry,
that's why
man.
I should probably move from Warsaw, just in case.
Warsaw's a cover. You don't really live there, so.
I know.
Warsaw.
It's Minsk
Yes.
in Belarus. All right. Anyway, so yeah, after Spain, I thought I might give a cooler country cooler in terms of temperature. All right.
No offense, Spain. No offense. Spain's pretty cool.
Love Spain. Love Spain. Don't like the government much, but love Spain. And so I moved to Poland, and it's been great. I actually
you seem to like
really like Poland, and I love Polish people. You have to just give them a while. They need to
warm up
here
to
at the
you.
university where I taught. It's a lot of my students were foreign, and they kept on saying how rude Polish people are. Polish people are very rude, and they don't like foreigners, and I'm like, I don't think that's true.
No, you didn't get that vibe?
No, Polish people, they need to decide whether you're a psycho first before they smile.
Can you blame them? I mean,
they take their time, but they warm up really fast. They're not overly friendly when you first meet them. It takes a little work to get them to smile, but once they do, they're lovely. They really are. But it's a cultural thing. Whereas in Spain, I found people are friendly and open from the get-go, but then closed off
later on.
The longer you're with them. Whereas here in Poland, it's the complete opposite. People tend to open up more the more they interact with you.
Sure.
And so I absolutely love Polish people. But
nice.
Yeah.
You think you'll stay there? You think you'll stay in Poland much longer?
Probably not.
What's next?
The thing, the biggest problem with Poland is the language. Polish is extremely difficult. Like I think I might have mentioned this to you before we started. It's the couple of words that I know, I still get corrected on.
Yeah.
Which is not a good feeling since I've been here almost 5 years.
I mean, I've only been there once, and I remember being completely lost. Like I did not understand anything I saw or heard. It was like completely different planet. Here you are. That and the sun going down so early, which I mentioned. It was winter. It was cold. It was wet, and I didn't know anything.
Yeah,
but I had a good time.
You're always gonna have a good time.
You should come back. The skiing here will be right up your alley, like snowboarding and stuff.
It's true. Yeah, snowboarding.
Really
snowboarding.
big.
I don't ski.
I
don't ski.
I thought you snowboard.
I'm cool. I snowboard.
Okay.
I just don't want you to offend me with calling me a skier. I mean,
okay. Well, I'm a sledder.
Them's fighting words.
Sledder.
You're a sledder. Nice.
Is that a word?
At first I thought you said slayer. I'm like, you know we're live, right?
Speaking of which, I'm busy listening to the audiobook of Game of Thrones, Dances with Dragons, and where Sam says that people call him Sam the Slayer, and I'm like, yeah, that would be me if I was to say that. People would laugh too.
Sam.
JC the Slayer, sure.
Sure, buddy.
Sure, okay.
Anyway, so yeah, that's all the places that I've been.
Man, what Brandon, you have a question for him? I've got questions.
Do you think you would ever come back to Spain, or is that something that's for sure done with? It's like too many places in the world to see.
I would love to go back to Spain. The plan is actually
Come on.
I want to. Or no, the plan is actually to save up a little and buy some property in Spain and get one of those Tesla homes, and live off the grid. Although I
That'd be
don't know if the
sweet.
socialist government in Spain would allow you to live off the grid. I don't know if that's a thing.
Dude, here in Lanzarote, people build houses by the sea out of stones, and
Oh,
I'm sure nobody bothers them. Like,
but
I don't
are
think they
they
live there
hooked
year
up?
round. Are they what? Are they
Are
hooked
they
up?
hooked up to the grid?
I bet you some of them have some solar panels, and it's got to be super basic. But
I think it's possible.
hey,
I think you can do it. I think you can.
I don't know if
It's,
socialist governments allow that though. I mean, I know in Sweden people have a lot of trouble when they start if they want to live off grid.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
it's true.
well, I don't think it's prohibited, but it's
they make it difficult.
in terms of the socialist ideology. It's like if you can't have anything that you can't share with others, you know. So it's
Right.
if you have your own electricity supply, then you have to share it with the community or something. I don't know how that works. Like
Yeah, it's
Well-
a bit. They're. Yeah, I see your point. Like sometimes you'd be surprised at just how much they control and attempt to control, even when it's something that like you should have every right to or to
Yeah.
do, but it's not always so easy.
Well, I think the
Lots of
US
rules.
probably lends itself more to the kind of thing where people with properties in the mountains and stuff, you can create
Just
your
go do
own
whatever.
little, what are they called? Those
Tiny homes.
no. These people that foresee the end times and they're preparing for it. What are they called again?
Doomsday preppers.
Doomsday prepper. I would love to do that. I would love to be a doomsday prepper.
Well, just hopefully you never have to actually see the doomsday. Just prepping.
You know what?
But he's gonna be prepared.
You'll all be phoning my number when
It's true.
Especially if you're in Spain.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you do that over here?
Well, that's the plan.
I can find some land for you.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Either Spain or here in the mountains here in Poland.
Mm.
But have you guys seen? I actually saw this documentary. This kind of documentary. These guys, Yes Theory. It's a bunch of guys. I started watching them a couple of months ago. It's these guys that go to these odd locations around the world. Brilliant channel on YouTube. Please go check them out. But they have this thing about all the bunkers and stuff in Switzerland. Switzerland has enough space in their bunkers for all their citizens. So
they did. I don't know if they do now, but they did.
Well, everybody in the country, all the citizens have an allocated bunker or something that they could go to.
I saw that.
If the need arises.
Yeah.
So these guys were touring all of these private, and those are government ones. So there's private bunkers too. And this one guy has tanks and stuff in his bunker.
Yeah.
He took over a World War II bunker.
Ready.
It's insane.
It's like, bring it on, motherfucker. Can I say that?
You just did. It's done.
Absolutely insane. It's definitely worth a watch, guys. So just type in Yes Theory on YouTube.
Have to check it out.
Yeah, I think we watched the very same video. That sounds exactly. Yeah, they were just going around and I think. Yeah, they were able to visit most of them or all of them or whatever. But yeah, it was just like 2 or 3 guys going around, and they would see the private ones, and then they talk to people, the citizens who, like you said, have their card or whatever, and they're allocated. In the event of a crazy ass emergency, you would go here, and insane. Yeah.
But isn't that just the most Swiss thing?
Yeah.
Prepared for anything and everything.
They're like, no, we're not choosing sides, but if they want to come through here, as treacherous as it would be going through the mountains with all that infantry and whatnot and equipment, like they're not getting in. They're not.
Yeah.
It would just not be worth their while to even try.
And
So.
I'm kind of wondering what else is in those mountains, because I mean the Swiss, they don't have a lack of money.
No,
And
doing
what
all
do
right.
you do if you're an isolationist, neutral country in the middle of war like Europe? I mean, there's one thing the Europeans like is fighting each other. Well, not anymore so much, but I mean, they did.
Yeah, hopefully
They
we're.
did do it throughout these. So yeah, I'm
they got it
sure
out of their
there's
system.
a lot of other toys that the Swiss
There's
government
something.
got hidden in those mountains. There's
Pretty wild situation over there. But
anyway,
I was just I mean, my question was, firstly, which place was the hardest to get used to when you were going to all these different countries, spending a year, 2 years, or longer? Which place do you think was like the most different or the most challenging because of the culture or lifestyle? What do you remember?
well, what I remember from the US, the first couple of times I was there, people didn't know what I said. Like
They didn't like it when you asked them for a fag?
Okay, I
They're like,
cannot
we don't use
imagine.
that word here.
I
Actually,
can't imagine going to like New York or Boston and asking somebody for a fag. Like I cannot even picture that. Like
Or come down to
I'm
the
afraid
south.
like I would be dead. Like
I probably wouldn't go over so well. Nowadays, I think people know more about culture and vocabulary, but
you think because it's still a
I don't
very
know. I don't
British
know.
thing. It's still a very
maybe I'm
British thing.
just
We'll do it in
biased.
England.
Yeah.
Like we're lucky because we've been over here. We've seen a lot culture wise with a lot of different countries, but I think in general, in most places in the US, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if you,
did I?
in context, right? If you pass me a fag, that's different. If you fancy a fag, that can open up, Pandora's box.
So who's passed you a fag, Carson?
Well, I don't smoke those. I smoke cigarettes.
Well, I would
don't
hope
smoke cigarettes.
not.
I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoked
You don't
cigarettes
smoke fags
a
either?
million years ago.
Carson is
No.
healthy.
I do not smoke. For the record, no smoking.
Carson, did I ever
Smoking
tell
kills.
you what happened in Washington when I was dating this girl from Texas, and we were going to
Perhaps.
go down to Texas? Did I ever tell you that?
It's possible. Continue.
So all throughout the summer, I was dating this girl from Texas, and after camp, we went down with some of the other people that we made at camp and sort of made friends with our little friend group, and we all went to Washington, where one of them, or a couple, a married couple, lived. And so we decided to take the bus down to Texas because I wanted to see as much of the country as I could. And, the 31-hour bus ride was not something that I wasn't too keen on it. But anyway, so we went to the bus station in Washington, and she went up to the counter and she said, "All right, just single ticket to San Antonio, Texas, please." And the guy's like, "Here's your ticket." And then I went up and said, "I'll have the same ticket." And the guy literally just stared at me. And I'm like, "Sorry, didn't you hear me? I said I would like the same ticket." And then he looks at my girlfriend and he's like, "What did he say?" And I'm like, "No, seriously, you can't possibly." And she was laughing so loud. And she says, all he said was he wants the same ticket as me. And then the guy goes, "Why didn't you just say so?" All right, but okay, this was 20 years ago. All right,
Yeah, I remember you told me this.
I think things might have changed now because the last time I was in the US was much better.
He wasn't getting your accent. He wasn't getting that. And his brain was just not processing.
Dude, I've had like that's what I love about the US is people are very interested in you when they hear that you have an accent that they can't place.
It's like, you're not from around here.
Yeah, no, I've heard that a lot. Like
You ain't from around these parts.
in Texas, I learned how to say that, and it's like, hey, you ain't from around your area.
Texas pretty thick, yeah.
I always remember the girl that I dated when we finally got to San Antonio. We went to her parents who lived on a small holding outside the city, and her mum was very keen on me. She worked at the university or something, so I think she was more sort of familiar with foreign accents and stuff. But her dad, he just sort of sat on the corner, glowered at me the whole time I was there. And then I asked my girlfriend, "Listen, what's with your dad?" She's like, "He has no idea what you're saying. That's why
he doesn't understand you."
He doesn't understand.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So that was funny.
That's hilarious.
But
it's like when you and I first met. I didn't understand a lick of what you were saying.
Oh, BS.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
No, this one girl, she was in the beginning, she was very rude to me at camp, and then after a couple of weeks, we were sort of put on a work team together, and then I asked her straightforward, like, "Listen, why don't you like me?" And she's like, "No, it's not that. It's just I haven't been able to understand you at all. Only recently your accent started making sense to me, so that's why." I'm like, okay. So yeah, that was my one thing in the US. But people generally, some of the conversations that I've had with people on buses and trains in the US, nowhere else in the world would you have these conversations with people. I remember on a train from Baltimore
I can attest to that.
To Washington. I sat close to this one chick. She was big. She was a big girl. Lot
big
of
bone.
women. Yeah, big boned. And what she chose to share with me was something that I couldn't repeat over a public forum like this, but she was very descriptive in her nocturnal activities. And I just thought this was probably the most American experience that I've had.
Just this oversharing, this like,
yeah.
I don't even know
sitting
your
on
name.
a bus.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
But you know what?
She's like,
your life story to a complete stranger that you will never see again.
Bro,
there's nothing more objective than that. You know?
I know. It's like, it's in the end, no harm, no foul. But in the moment, you're just thinking like, I would never be sharing my life story. I don't care if I'm never going to see you again. Like, this is a little too much, don't you think?
Yeah. But for some people, sharing boundaries is just not a thing.
It's funny, but it's fascinating. That does happen in the States a lot. I noticed it on my last trip even.
Yeah.
Like my mom was not confronted, but she, somebody approached her in the store. We were just checking out. And I was just like, I don't know, my personality has changed, but I was just trying to avoid the whole thing. I was just side-eyeing it, like using my peripherals, like use your peripherals. I was like, don't make eye contact with this lady. She's going to ask you everything about your life. Like, but like, she was a sweetheart. At the same time, like my mom was not offended. And even I was not offended. I see it as like major oversharing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it makes me wonder, like, maybe this person's going through something. Maybe they're not getting enough love, or maybe they're just really happy to share all the personal details with strangers.
Exactly.
It's a weird phenomenon, but it happens.
Especially when you're traveling.
Yeah.
Especially.
It happened when we were last Easter when we were in the US. Like, I think it was on the flight from Dallas to Knoxville. And these guys were waiting for the flight. I'm there with my wife, my niece, and my sister-in-law. And all of a sudden, this guy just starts talking to me. And then after a while, Nuri is like, "But like, you know him?" I was like, "No." He's like, what
Seems
do
like
you
it.
mean you don't know him? I say, no, I don't know him. He's like, he just told you his entire life. I was like, yeah, but I don't know. Welcome to the South. That's how it is.
Southern hospitality. How
Yeah,
funny.
I didn't spend a lot of time in the South. I would like to though.
Yeah,
I've seen the northern states quite a bit, but I haven't spent a lot of time in the South. I mean, I know I went to Texas, but Texas was not a good experience for me. I had a fight with my girlfriend's roommate the very first night I got there. She was very
Nice.
religious, and at that time I wasn't religious at all. And I think I might have been a little too insensitive to her, well, to her brand of religious fervor, I suppose.
Yeah.
So that was a little awkward because I was there for 10 days. It was a little bit
Whoa.
long for staying there.
Set the
And my girlfriend
tone.
had to work, so I was stuck in the apartment with this girl who did not like me at all. So I was just stuck in the
Wow.
bedroom for half the time we were there. And like outside was too hot. You can't move outside.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of hot places,
yeah.
Texas.
No. Texas and Florida.
Florida, the
Because
humidity.
Yeah.
when I went
Georgia's
to
not too
Florida,
far off.
Georgia's there too, yeah.
I went to SeaWorld and I remember it was so hot. I was like sweating, but I like taste my sweat and it would just be water. There's no salt left in my skin. It was pure water that was coming out of my skin.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
go to this girl because in SeaWorld you buy like this cup or something for like $11, and then the rest of the day your drinks are all free. Like you could just go to one of these
Unlimited refills.
refills, right?
We're big on
Anyway,
that.
so and I was standing there waiting for this girl to fill up my cup, and I was like, is it always this hot here? And she's like, honey, this is a lovely day. And I'm like, what do you mean by lovely? Like the sun always shines. And she's like, no, this is cool. Today's actually nice and cool. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This is like I've never experienced this kind of heat in my life. This
Dude.
is not cool.
No. Not
But
cool and not cool.
still the best holiday that I've ever had was in Florida. I went to I treated myself to Universal Studios. I was there for a whole week and I got myself a
Dang.
VIP pass for every day. And I got up because I go up like I wake up early and
Yep.
if you stay in one of the resort hotels, you get to enter the park a whole hour before it opens to the general public. So
Hey.
and this was right
VIP.
after the world of Harry Potter opened at Universal Studios.
Oh.
So you can go on all the Potter rides and stuff for an hour before the park opens. That was awesome. It's my best holiday ever.
Have y'all been seeing the AI Harry Potter drip boards? Like, have you seen
No.
that? I'm gonna send it to you later. No, it's
No.
like super Gen Z lingo, and it's all about drip, and it's like they're just always saying it's just too much, man. It's hilarious. It's like I don't know how I feel about it, but
I've seen a
AI.
lot of Harry Potter stuff on the
AI.
internet. The whole world is abuzz with this new HBO series.
Which
Have
one?
you got the new HBO series that's launching in December?
It's a Harry Potter series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
think
okay.
I
I thought it was a
heard
movie, but
No,
it's a
the whole
series. Oh,
it's a
okay.
whole series, but it's got a lot of it's already been ratioed on YouTube. I think it's 250,000 upvotes and 280,000 downvotes for the trailer. That was released like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Or a week and a half ago or something. So lots and lots of Harry Potter memes out there. I don't know if you guys have seen
That must be
some.
why.
Oof.
Must be
I
why.
haven't seen much.
Yeah.
The last AI one I saw was at Hogwarts. Was like a bodybuilding multiverse, and everybody was just swole. And Voldemort, Swoldemort, could not grow his calves. And so it ended with Harry Potter winning the competition because Voldemort had the tiniest calves like imaginable. I was like, that was a good use of 5 minutes. Oh my god.
If you
Things you look at when you're on the toilet. No.
things you are you guys are Harry Potter fans, are you?
Not huge
I'm not
fans.
into no.
I mean, I watched the movies. I read at least half of the books, but
So no, you're
I
not a
wouldn't
fan.
say. Oh, you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
That doesn't count, Carson. That doesn't
All right.
count.
Well,
If you don't
fuck
have a
me.
strong opinion about the HBO series, you are not a fan.
Well, I'm not a fan. How about that?
Not a fan.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Hey, you're
Hey.
lost.
Hayes for horses.
You're lost. Hayes for horses.
Yeah, I know. I'm 10 years old. Well,
no, I haven't heard this in a while. Probably since I was 10.
yeah. Thank you very much.
And that's what Carson is here for.
Here to bring you back in time.
Trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
I think to answer your question, I think that probably the place
my question?
that
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, what was the question?
What question? Dude, you're a
the question that you asked half an hour ago that I haven't answered yet. I was kind of getting to that.
Yeah, that one.
My US stories kind of got in the way. But I think China would probably be simply because it's you can't compare it to anywhere else. It's a very, very odd place. It took me a while to get used to it, especially because you tend to feel like you're a celebrity because everybody wants to take pictures with you, and that's very odd, especially if you go to more rural cities, smaller cities that don't have the sort of the connection with the outside world as much. So
Wow.
people don't see people that's not Chinese. To them,
Wow.
you are a complete oddity.
Yeah.
They're fascinated, and they want to talk to you and stuff, and but they just want a picture with you. So I'm immortalized in a lot
rural
of
China.
You're on a poster in somebody's room, like who is that? Like I don't know.
We went to
JC.
the Forbidden City in Beijing, and probably 5 families asked me to take a picture with them. And I'm like,
What?
we are here at one of the greatest sites on earth, and they want a picture with me.
With me.
That makes you feel good.
Like, it's kind of hard to not feel weird about that, you know?
Sure. Yeah, it's a little bizarre.
Plus, I'm twice as tall as all the Chinese people, so although I have to say, in Beijing there's some really tall Chinese people. You would not say that, but yeah, in Beijing, I think Northern Chinese people are much taller than the people in the south, maybe. But anyway, yeah. So,
Crazy.
China.
So China.
Yeah.
China. It's just like the culture in general made it like so different from anything you were used to.
Yeah, it's just in my experience a lot of the times, like we would go to a restaurant and then when we would ask for the bill, the waiter would inform us, no, somebody already paid for you. I'm like, why? Why would they do these things? And it didn't just happen once or twice. It happened quite frequently. So I asked one of my assistants at the school where I worked, and she said, no, it's because people want you to have a positive experience in China. People want you to like your time here. So that's why they do it. And I'm like, well, why don't they just come say hi so I can thank them? And she's like, that's not a Chinese thing. They don't need your gratitude. They just wanted to do it. So I'm like, that is not a Western thing. That's like, we do good things for other people, but we kind of expect them to have gratitude. Whereas in China, gratitude is not it's not a currency, kind of like it is in the West, I feel.
Yeah.
I
Interesting
remember
point.
the first night that me and a bunch of people that was also at the same agency that I went with to China. We went out to dinner, and we wanted to tip the waitress, and she would not take the tip, and we tried to explain to her like where we come from. This is how we show our appreciation, is by giving money. And she says, in China, that's an insult because you are saying that the owner of the restaurant's not paying their staff enough. So you are actually insulting the employer. And she she actually got quite rude about it. She threw the money down the stairs. And she's like, I will not take this. Like, you cannot. Because the British guy, he was very insistent. He's like, no, we'll just leave it here, and then leave. You can do with the money whatever you like. And she's like, no, take your money. I don't want it. Like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little weird, but there's
Yeah.
multiple.
But you can see their perspective. Like, you can
Oh,
kind of
definitely.
understand. Well, we come from, especially in the United States, where tipping is just like, I think we've even mentioned this
Part
on
of the
another
culture.
episode.
It's obligatory. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's also rooted in the fact that the wages are so low for servers, bartenders, that they make a large portion of their overall wages in tips. But then you go to Europe, Spain, other places where tipping is purely optional. And if you do leave something, you're leaving just a
It's
few
minimal.
euros at most. It's not at all expected. Of course, it's appreciated. It's not taken as it is in China as a rude, but it's also kind of like almost roll your eyes. Like, we pay our employees what they deserve to be paid.
Yeah.
So it's
But I think,
crazy seeing the extremes from the west to the east, and then like a little bit in the middle. It's like
but
crazy.
in Europe, I don't know if waiters are entitled to minimum wage. I have not
I have
asked
no
a
idea.
waiter actually if they get paid
Here in
minimum.
Spain, in other countries, I don't know, but here in Spain, as long as you're working full time, yes.
Is it okay?
Yeah, but if you're working a part time, was a percentage or whatever you were, how many hours you were working, well, you can get paid that. But if you're working full time, sorry, yes, in
Okay.
Spain. The rest of Europe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Poland is not so well culturally. It's very different from Spain. But one thing that's very common in Europe, I found in general, is people still maintain very close connections to the people they knew when they were growing up.
In Poland.
Like friendship groups are very tight knit because people surround themselves with people they knew when they were younger.
Mhm.
And
What are you
it
talking
was
about,
the
in
same.
Poland or in Spain?
Well, in Spain too, but it's the same in Poland. As yes, people like after school they go and they travel, but then eventually they don't move too far away from their families or their friends, and they still hang out the same people that they've known their whole lives. Um, so it's most of my friends. I mean, I know a couple of Polish people that I'm very fond of and we're very close. Um, but most of my friends are expats. Most of my friends come from other countries that you can't bring those connections with you. And I don't
Right.
know about you guys or your experience, but it was the same in Spain. I had a couple of Spanish friends that I love dearly, that I still have contact with today. But the bulk of my friends were foreign because it's just easier
Mhm.
to
You
to
have
make
that common
friends.
thread. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
makes sense. Kind of know what the other's going through. You can have a beer or gin and tonic over it, and get
Yeah,
down to
that's
the real stuff, the real feelings.
it's mainly from the Anglosphere, really,
Yeah.
that you. Um, so our cultures must be much closer. Um, like we think we're very different, but I think the values are very similar. It's easier,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Um,
Sure. We can see eye to eye a little bit more.
yeah.
Just a few more things in common. It's true.
Anyway,
Well, if you could well, Brandon, you have any other questions about his expat life?
No, go ahead with your question because I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead with that,
Do
and
you?
I'll come back with one later.
Okay. If you could move anywhere, like your next move, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but if you could move anywhere to try it out to see, like, where would it be? Where would you move?
I was considering moving to Thailand late last year. I had a
Another hot place.
Yeah, you don't like the
another
heat,
hot
but
but no, I had a friend of mine from Krakow. Actually, well, I met him in Krakow, but he's actually from Texas. He moved back to Thailand. He lived in Thailand for a number of years, and then his family is Eastern European or something, or roots in Eastern Europe or something. So he wanted to come check it out. That's why he moved to Poland. But he only lived in Poland for like a year and a half, and then he's like, "No, I'm moving back to Thailand." Thailand, the life was just much easier there, and like,
Okay.
so he lives in Phuket, and
Okay.
he kind of talked me into moving to Phuket.
It's not pronounced fuck it.
Yes, actually.
You're just trying to not be a naughty boy on camera. Is that what it is?
No, it's not pronounced that way. It's
Right,
pronounced
oh.
Phuket, but
Oh.
you can.
Then I'm the naughty boy.
Yeah, it's not pronounced.
I don't know. Okay.
But
Okay.
anyway, so he kind of convinced me to see that as an option. I don't know. I would like to stay in Europe, but I don't know. It's cheaper to live a high standard of living in Thailand.
Mhm.
yeah,
Money's pretty
So
important. Yeah.
it's something to consider, and there's a lot of expats there. Ideally, I would like to move back to South Africa at some point, but I don't know if that'll be feasible. But if it was a choice, then that would probably be where I'd go.
South Africa. South
Mm,
Africa.
South Africa, but yeah, it's like I would love to go back home.
What's keeping you from moving back?
The politics, yeah,
Makes you nervous.
with good reason. There's yeah,
If
it's
anybody
it's a lot
were
of
to
things
know, it would
going.
be you. So
Hmm?
if anybody knew, then it would be you. So
Yeah, I told my dad that I'd go visit this year. So maybe after I get my residency here in Poland again, because I'm in the process of renewing, and whilst you're in the process of renewing, you can't leave Poland. So at this moment, I'm just waiting for it to come through, and then I'll wait for summer to finish because this has been a very long winter. So I need my summer months here in Poland.
you deserve
And
it.
then maybe when it
You've earned
starts
it.
getting cold again, I'll go down to South Africa because then it starts getting warm down there.
yeah, it'll be
So
summer.
Ah,
yeah, so
true.
then I'll go stay with my dad for a couple of months. But yeah, Thailand is definitely on my list. But there's a number of countries out there that I would like to see. Maybe not move to, but see. It's too much to see.
To go through and visit.
Yeah.
Right on.
But I'm not dead yet. I still got a couple of moves in me.
There you go. It's
It's always
amazing
good.
after so many moves, you still have energy and the desire to try something else. That's cool, man.
To keep going.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I wanted to move to Norway, but as the most expensive country in the world, I don't see that if that's feasible. I don't think I'll be able to maintain my standard of living
Yeah,
in
which is
in
important.
Norway.
One thing to be in a new
Unless
place, another to be able to.
you're making Norwegian they use krona, right? I think
Chrome,
so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
krona.
that sounds right.
Yeah, it is Crohn's, yeah.
Unless you make some decent krona. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's. Maybe I shouldn't say that on a public forum like
Say
this,
what?
but it's Norway is actually my retirement plan.
Nice.
Well, no.
Do it.
Have you guys seen that that thing on? I think it's on Netflix. Prisons around the world. Have you guys seen the episode where they go to a Norwegian jail?
No, I
No.
haven't seen that.
Okay, go watch it. All right, and then that's my retirement plan. Go to Norway, rob a bank, and spend the rest of my life in a Norwegian jail.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
pretty swanky
they have
then.
like a little supermarket.
It's like a resort.
Yo,
Yeah, it's
let's go get
literally like
arrested.
a
Come
resort.
on. Sign me up.
No,
Goodbye.
after I can't. When I retire, when I'm done traveling and I don't want to go anywhere else, then yes, Norway is my final stop. And they don't do extradition because they can't guarantee that you'll have the same level of care in other
Mhm.
countries. I know they had this interview with a British guy who's in a Norwegian jail, and he's like, "Hell no, I don't want to go to English jail." It's like I'm staying right here. I'm not going to England.
It's like we got Funyuns, we got Fun Dip, we
Videos.
got all the good stuff here.
This is
There's a
all
White
fun.
Castle burger, frozen White Castle burgers. Like, why would I want to leave this place? It's so sweet.
Yeah, there's this one guy in the jail. He only needs to sleep there. During the day, he's free to leave. He just
What?
needs to sleep in the jail. So
What is this place?
he has to work. He has a job. He's a mechanic or something. So he drives into town, works during the day, and then drives to the prison outside the city every night to go sleep, and like all his food and stuff.
So he's got a free place to stay?
Exactly.
How is
He
that
gets fed.
punishment? What kind of punishment is that? Punish me, please. I've been a bad boy.
That wasn't really explained. But I think it's on Netflix. So go check it out. I think it's actually called The Worst Prisons in the World or something, but then the guy goes off script and he goes to this Norwegian jail as well. But some of the other prisons, you don't want to be in an Asian jail.
No.
Or like South Africa's jails, probably some of the worst. Last place where you want to go to jail.
Jail in Mexico or Colombia.
Yeah.
Anywhere in South America.
Where's
what's up?
Where are all those guys going? Those MS-13 guys? El Salvador.
Yeah, Salvador.
Yeah, because they built these brand new fancy jails where everybody. Yeah, I've seen some videos. Although the country's looking great. What's the president? Bukele.
Yeah, I remember something with a B. Yeah.
Yeah, Bukele, but I think he's doing a great job. Although people are giving him a little flack because the prisoners are pretty much working like slaves. But they are working. I think somebody explained how it works, but if they do a day's labor, they can work off their sentence. So their sentences get less and less the more they work.
Okay, so that's incentive.
They actually want to work.
Yeah. It's not forced labor, it's incentivized labor.
I think it's a fantastic thing because the public projects and stuff that they've done, the stuff that I've seen about El Salvador looks absolutely fantastic. It is now the safest country in the Western Hemisphere, it went from the most dangerous country in the world. So within a matter of a couple of years, this guy has just completely turned the country around.
He changed the currency to Bitcoin, didn't he?
Was it El Salvador? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure.
He adopted it. They adopted I think it was El Salvador. I'll see if I can find it real quick.
Because I've seen a couple of videos on how he's changed the country, how he's cleaned the cities up. It's safe, like there's no graffiti or anything, and the public spaces and stuff that's been cleaned up, and they look fantastic. It looks really, really good. So it is actually maybe a country that I would like to go check out, because I've always wanted to go to like Latin America or South America. Love to go to
Same.
Argentina,
Yeah. I want to go to Chile.
Peru, and Chile. So there's a couple of places I would love to go check out. So definitely El Salvador is now on my list.
There you go.
Places that I'd love to
Okay.
go see.
Brandon,
That's
you had
not
another
new.
question. Wait, what? What'd you say?
Yes.
What's not new?
That you're
That I'm
full of
being
shit.
full of shit. You wanna? Is now when you call me an idiot? Is this the moment you've been waiting for? I'm waiting to put it in there.
You're such an idiot.
There it is. I love you too, man.
Lots of love. Lots of love.
Yeah. Brandon, you had a question for him about expat
Yeah,
life?
well, actually, well, not so much as been an expat, just more of like traveling in the U.S. because this is a question I get a lot from people here in Spain or from other countries as well. But thanks to like the TV series, movies, the news, well, people are often feel that they don't want to go to the United States because they don't feel it's safe. Did you ever have that feeling while you were there, while you were traveling around that, hey, well, this place isn't safe. I really shouldn't be here. Or were you like, oh, it's okay?
Um, I've had people in the US, they will always warn you. It's like, it's if you take this tram line, it's safe up to this point, but all the stops after that is considered not safe. Or if you go to this part of the city, just beware. So people generally are quite free with the information as to where is safe and where isn't, and it's kind of something that I'm used to, because in South Africa it's the same thing. The cities in South Africa are vast, and they have bad reputations in terms of being dangerous. But if you stick to safer areas, the chances of you getting into trouble is much less. And I feel it's kind of similar in the US, because US cities are also really big. So yes, there's dangerous areas, but most of the city or the places that you want to see are in relative safe areas. So yeah, just be careful, really.
Yeah.
But nothing bad's happened to me. Well, actually in New York, um, I almost got mugged in New York. But the security guard outside the Port Authority in New York, he grabbed my bag, and I was like, "What the hell, dude?" He's like, "I grabbed your bag so that guy running there couldn't grab your bag." I'm like, "Oh,
Mhm.
He's like, oh, thank you. Sorry.
thank you."
Yeah.
So
He was
he's like,
looking out for you.
"Yeah." So
Damn.
he's like, "Dude, if you could," okay, well, it was very late. I think it was like 2 or 3 o'clock at night, and we were waiting for our bus. And I needed to go have a smoke, so I went all the way out, and I was standing on the street, and so it is my own fault. But I was like, in my
Just
in my own.
lollygagging, and then what the fuck, man?
But apart from that, nothing really. I can't think. In Florida, also, some people told me not to go into Orlando itself. They said it was quite dangerous to go downtown. And then I should probably stick to the parks. I'm like, well, uh, I don't really know Orlando. I don't know if there's anything else to see except the parks. So I was,
No idea.
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't too bothered by that. I was just around Universal, and then I took there's a like a shuttle in between all the different parks and stuff.
Yeah.
So I took that shuttle to SeaWorld one day. So I
Mhm.
didn't really see much. Um, in um, in Denver, I was traveling with people who lived there. I didn't really go out on my own. I couldn't say if the city was dangerous or not. I didn't feel in danger.
You said Denver.
Yeah.
Nice. Didn't know you were in Denver.
Yeah, I went for a wedding in Grand Junction in
Okay.
in Colorado. So we went stayed in Denver for a couple of nights. And then it's about 5 or 6 hour drive across the mountains. It was fantastic. It was really nice. Went to Austin. I only had half a beer there that cost me $15, I think, for
Half a
half
beer.
a beer.
Oh, like a half pint.
Yeah, it's the most expensive beer that I've ever had, and the only reason why I got it is so that I could say I had a beer in Austin. That's it. But apparently, none of the people who work in the shops live anywhere close to Austin.
So expensive.
Yeah. So it is literally a town filled with rich people.
Crazy.
I remember we were driving, and there was in the middle of nowhere. There was all of these apartment blocks, and I'm like, what the what the hell? Who would build buildings like? And then my friend said, no, this is where the people who work in Austin live. So, okay, that's a little weird. Oh, and I went to the hotel where the teddy bear was invented.
The teddy bear.
Yes.
The teddy bear was invented in a hotel.
Yeah, didn't know that.
It was the hotel's actually quite famous. Al Capone also stayed there, but
Al Capone invented the teddy bear?
No. No, Roosevelt or somebody, he used to go bear hunting in Colorado, so he used to stay at this hotel, and one day they went out hunting and he couldn't kill the bear or something, and then the people who worked at the hotel made him a stuffed bear. And that's where the teddy bear comes from. So that's why it's called Teddy Bear. It's what's called Teddy Roosevelt.
There you go. You learn something every day.
Hey,
I know, right?
You're
Teaching you about your own
of useful knowledge.
I'm a fountain of useless knowledge. But I've been to the home of the teddy bear. I've also been to the home of the gingerbread cookie.
Hey, you watch what you say.
It's a small city not too far from Warsaw. It's called Turun, and that's where the gingerbread cookies. And you guys, if you ever come to Poland, please go there. If you like gingerbread, it's so good. I walked out. They have these gingerbread shops all over the place, and I left with like a big bag of gingerbread cookies filled with everything under the sun. It's awesome. All right.
Takes me back to elementary school when we made the gingerbread houses. Did y'all make those, Brandon?
Definitely in art class.
Yes. And you just like build it for the moment and then just eat it all. Biggest stomach ache. Sugar rushes.
All types of sugar. Oh.
Did you also use icing sugar as the mortar?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Sugar for the sugar to stick to the sugar.
What a disaster.
Oh, man, America and its sugar.
Sugar and corn syrup.
Oh, yeah, I can't forget about the corn syrup. That stuff's awesome.
I don't know if that's even legal here in Europe.
I don't think it is.
It shouldn't be. I don't think it is.
High fructose corn syrup? Definitely not. Maybe corn syrup? Yes, but not high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, what is that one line from Men in Black where I think Tommy Lee Jones asks Will Smith, what is the most destructive force in the universe? And Will goes, sugar.
It's not far off.
Anyway, the great fall of Will Smith.
Great fall.
although I like this might be controversial, but I
say it.
I couldn't care less if he hit Chris Rock. I mean, if there's one guy that needed that slap, it's probably Chris Rock. So I was Team Smith on that one. I'm sorry.
I mean, you gotta assume the risk when that's your job.
Exactly.
You know that this could go south. You might have an emotional animal in the audience, and you might just hit home. a little too hard if it's the wrong person and the wrong moment, and he
on
just
the
got
wrong
served
day.
on the wrong day.
Oh, what
It
is that? The
was. Yeah.
the slap that made the world stand still, or something.
Is that what they're saying?
Or the snap that was heard over the
Around
world.
the world.
Yeah,
Heard
around the
round the
world.
world. The slap heard round the world. I mean,
I think nobody was more shocked than Chris Rock. Like,
Oh,
I
without a
think
doubt.
the slap was funnier than the bit, to be honest with you. That shit was hilarious. Like, Will Smith actually slapped him? Like, if he punched him, that would have been a little scary.
That's the thing, but he was slapping him. Open
Slap
Will
is
Smith is
just,
a big guy, right? Like,
yeah,
if he slaps you, you're gonna feel it. This isn't a mosquito bite.
and just Chris Rock's face after that was just like, did y'all see that? Like, yes, sir, we did.
This really happened.
Everybody did.
Oh man.
Anyway, but
I don't know. Yeah.
He's not so popular in Hollywood anymore, I suppose. And it's
Who's that, Chris or Will?
No, Will Smith. I don't know. I haven't seen him in anything.
I feel like they reconciled.
He has something on. He's doing like shows with like National Geographic, and he's like traveling all around the world or something.
Really?
I saw that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
He left his wife though, right? Finally, I hope.
That I don't know.
He left who? What?
He left his wife though, right?
I don't know.
I'm not too clued up with all the Hollywood stuff. That's
Celebrity
not really
life.
the
Pop
news I
culture.
follow. But I've always liked Will Smith. I think he's always one of my favorites.
I've always enjoyed his work.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, any other questions?
Well, I don't have any. Brandon, do you?
I'm good. I think we covered a lot.
I think we covered a lot. And JC, I was going to say, we have, of course, millions of other things we can discuss, like we wanted to. But maybe in a month, if you're willing and able to come back, I'm sure we'd love to have you again. So,
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Why not?
All right. Sweet.
Come hang out.
I guess we'll. Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. No, this was fun.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of fun too.
Definitely.
So
next time, maybe I can ask some questions.
Dude, now's the time.
Of course.
Ask what questions you have for us.
Oh, don't worry.
Hit us with one question. One question.
Give us one good question.
All right. So you guys are both anchored to Spain. Do you ever see yourself moving back to the US?
Go ahead, Carson.
No, I want to think longer.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go. I don't see myself moving back.
No?
I just see myself going back to visit. The life that I've developed or made is here.
Okay. So it's not for any other reasons other than you've created a life outside the US.
No, and honestly, you've lived here. I mean, the life here is not bad at all. It's much different from the United States, and once you get used to it, and you get this different rhythm, the different flow that you have here, it's like why change, or why go back to what we had before when we know it's a completely different world?
Yeah, why fix something if it's not broken?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
I mean, it's definitely not perfect here in Spain, but it's not bad.
It's not perfect anyway.
Exactly.
That's why I keep on moving.
So let's try it here. Try here.
Take the good from every place you can find.
But it doesn't matter where I've gone to. It's always the same. It's like people simply want to live in peace. That's it. They want enough food for themselves and for their families. They want to party a little bit, go home, sleep it off, go to work. That's it. So it doesn't matter where you can throw different cultures and stuff and different beliefs and different religion, but that's pretty much what most people want. So they want to be left alone. They don't want to be limited by other people's beliefs. I think
freedom in every sense, freedom, financial freedom, freedom from persecution, just being able to be yourself, feel comfortable enough to do the things you want to do on a daily basis, and then maybe have a little extra money to travel a few times a year.
Yeah, that's it.
And I guess to give my answer, that's the same as Brandon's. Essentially, like I don't see myself leaving. It took a lot of me to assimilate, to acclimate to Spain's culture, to the language, still adapting to the work culture, the work situation. It's quite different. There aren't as many jobs available, so you do have to work at it and get a little creative, and that's a different conversation for a different day. Essentially, I mean, it's a great place to live. Spain's awesome. My wife always says there's the perfect place doesn't exist, and you can always compare one place to another, say how this place is better, this place is worse, or maybe this doesn't make any sense at all here, but it is what it is, and we're happy, and we have the essentials, and the way of life is nice. So
Yeah.
for now, there's no rush to go back. I love my country. I love the United States. I visit several times a year, at least once, usually twice. And
Every time I speak to you, you're on your way there, Carson.
it's true. It's true. Seems like we coincide a lot when I'm traveling or about to travel.
That's
So,
why I haven't seen you in so long, is because every time I plan to travel there, you plan to travel to
He's
the
leaving.
US. Blaming it on me. All right. It's on me.
That is actually the reason.
I'll take it. I'll take it. You know what? It's my fault.
You
But to be
you
fair,
know it. You know it.
no, we intend to come out to Poland. Even the wifey already said at some point she would like to visit as well. So
The
I'm sure we'll
summer
make it
here
over there in the next.
The summer here is
Pretty soon.
gorgeous. It is. It's beautiful here, especially Warsaw in the summer. It's a really great city. It really is.
We'll have to
Plus,
take you up on that.
it's the safest city in Europe. So if you guys want a good time, come here. It's like this, literally, people walk their dogs at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not it's a
Amazing.
major city. It's quite a modern city, but it doesn't have the danger elements. So, like, yeah, you walk past like drug dealers and stuff, especially on the other side of the river.
But they're nice drug dealers.
Exactly.
But yeah, they're
Drug
very
dealers with a
friendly.
smile.
Look here, try a sample. Just take it for no.
Take it
don't
for
have
a
to sign up
spin.
for anything. No membership fees, nothing. Here's my number in case you want to do this again sometime. Have a nice day.
Exactly.
Something like that. Like that.
But yeah,
Well,
please come to Vietnam. It's a great place.
we'll have to make it happen.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, I think that concludes today's show. If nobody else has anything to add.
No.
All
That's
right.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, JC. Thanks for joining us, man. It's been a pleasure.
Man. Good time.
Thank
Good
you very
time.
much.
See you guys again soon.
See you again soon. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe if you found this useful or entertaining, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Peace.
She asked me, "Are you intimidated by women in authority?" I'm like, what?
He said, yes, of course. Who isn't?